Have you ever done digital detoxes?
Yes.
What
Yes.
has the effect of that been for you?
Really rewarding. I was actually thinking about doing it again tomorrow. I was considering deleting social media for 30 days, so that's funny. It's really freeing. I think it definitely is something I want to sort of incorporate every once in a while. So I think it teaches you a lot about how you use it and what's important about using it. So like when I was living in France, more of a backstory, I was in a pretty serious relationship for a while, and we decided like, hey, like, let's just see like what happens. I'm moving. Let's just see if we can stay together, whatnot. And we stayed together for a while, and it was great. She visited me there, and it's really awesome. And afterwards, she broke up with me, right? And that sucked. And I felt pretty like alone. I didn't really know what to do with the feeling, but all I knew is like being on my phone does not feel healthy, right? Like I need to get out of here. Like feel like I'm trapping myself in my mind. So I decided to put my phone in my like shoebox for 2 weeks. And probably the most freeing thing I've done. I think the only reason I don't do it now is because I feel like I have this urge to like, oh, I need to be on social media. It's sort of like my responsibility. Like I'm an influencer. I need to like put things on my story, you know, sort of that FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think FOMO's incredibly dangerous. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a freshman in college, and personally, I think the worst combination of emotions or feelings in general when you're moving somewhere else is FOMO and anxiety. The two of them combined just like makes you go like your brain just tweaks out. I think it's really interesting you say that. I have also toyed around with digital detoxes. The thing that I find so interesting about it is how much time I feel like I have again. It's like, and it's weird. Your feelings on productivity are similar to how I feel on productivity. I'm sure, Joey, that's also how you feel. But when I open up that time in the day, I'm like,
You got through like 5 books.
dude, I did it for a week. I swear to God, I got through 5 books. I was like, yo, what's going on?
Dude doesn't even read. Like he was illiterate before. Yeah.
No, I think it's crazy.
It really is.
Do you ever check screen time on your phone?
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst because especially during the quarantine, I look at the screen time and I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm on this for more than 3 hours a day. There's no way. And I've seen other people too. I don't know why. I'm not making a general assumption, so people who are listening don't attack me. But most of the girls which I've spoken to, the screen times are off the charts, bro. They're off the
9 hours.
9 freaking
Dude,
hours.
one of my friends is doing 11 hours a day. I'm like, how? Dude.
It's not even listening to music. It's just,
Bro, I checked mine. I kid you not. So I picked up a new job recently, which pretty much has me on my phone and my computer all the time, which has been an interesting experiment for me. I definitely want to walk away from everything for like a year now. But my screen time has gone up so much. And to loop this back to you and to what you're doing right now, one of the most interesting things is having that intentional nature to your social media use, but also, as you're saying, being an influencer. I first off, do you like that word? Most people don't. And second off, what does that look like when you're trying to be intentional with social media use, but also realize that, hey, this is like kind of something I enjoy?
Yeah. Definitely like, I don't know if the word influencer is the right thing, but to a certain degree, I feel like I have influence over people. And I feel like the largest thing that comes with that is I feel responsibility for people. I think that's where I get caught up is like, I'll get a ton of DMs every day. And it's like long paragraphs of like, your videos helped me go through this and change my perspective on this. And I feel better now. And it's like, wow, like that's awesome. But I like can't physically respond to all of them. And that's something that's like feels really troubling to me just because like someone spent all this time to write a message to me, and I feel like I should respond, right? And just in general, I feel like, oh, I should probably try to post something online that maybe will help people out, do this and this and this. And I think it's never ending. And I think it's about kind of learning to find the balance between like what's important and what's not. I don't know. I think it all comes back to balance in life, balance of working, family life, balance of working too much, working too little. And I think that's the biggest thing I've come to sort of realize in the past year. It all comes back to balance and finding like a flow state within that.